Hello friends, welcome to Daring Marina YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about oil mist detector, their working and construction and all. In crankcase, the oil mist is created when lubricating oil is splashed by moving and rotating parts of engine. In a crankcase, the oil mist detector will be formed by lubricating oil splashed by moving and rotating of parts of engine. Oil mist will reduce the flash point of oil, allowing it to catch fire in the presence of a hot spot. So that's why it is important to note that concentration of oil mist should be detected, thereby avoiding explosion and damage to the engine. Okay. So this is done by oil mist detector. It will detect oil mist from individual units and raise the alarm. Okay. Crankcase means in crankcase oil mist is created due to lubrication oil is splashed by moving and rotating of parts of engine. Due to moving and rotating parts of engine, lubricating oil is splashed and oil mist is created. And this oil mist will reduce the flash point of oil, allowing it to catch fire in the presence of a hot spot. So it is very important to find this concentration of oil mist should be detected. Thereby we can avoid explosion and damage to the engine. This role is done very nicely by oil mist detector. It will detect oil mist from individual units and it will raise an alarm. Crankcase of each cylinder is connected to oil mist detector. The crankcase of each cylinder is connected to an oil mist detector, which will continuously check air sample of each cylinder. This oil mist detector will continuously check the air sample from each cylinder. If the amount of mist increases, then oil mist detector will raise an alarm. Then OMD doesn't reduce or prevent the formation of mist, but only gives warning in case of concentration rises above level at which explosion can take place. Okay. Here crankcase of each cylinder is connected with the oil. In each cylinder of the crankcase there will be oil mist detector. They will continuously check the air sample of each cylinder. And if the amount of mist increases, the amount of oil mist increases, then oil mist detector alarm will raise, and OMD doesn't reduce or prevent the formation of they doesn't stop or prevent the formation of mist, but they give warning in case of concentration rise above the level at which explosion can take place. And here is the picture of an oil mist detector. There will be two tubes, reference tube and measuring tube, and here we can say rotating cylinder valve, and there will be crankcase. There will be crankcase of each cylinder. We can see here 6 cylinders are there. Connected to oil mist detector. The reference tube is there, measuring tube is there, and sampling pipe, and lamp, fan, mirror, and exhaust fan is there. Photo cell and the construction. Let's see the construction means assembly consists of extraction fan. Extraction fan means they will draw the sample from sample point through a reference and measuring tube via non-detonate valve. They will draw sample from sample point through reference and measuring tubes via non-detonate valve. And rotary valve means this is a valve which is externally accessible and is so marked so to indicate which sample point is on lane. Rotary valve means it is externally accessible, so it is marked so that to indicate which sample point is on lane. In the event of exceeding set point, the valve automatically locks onto that point, so give clear indication of the locality of fault indication. In the event of exceeding of a set point, the valve automatically locks onto that point and will give clear indication of the locality of the fault condition. Reference tube means they measure average density of mist within crankcase, as there will always be some mechanically generated mist. Reference tube means they will measure the average density of mist within the crankcase, so there will always be some mechanically generated mist. Measuring tube, they will measure the opacity of sample. They measure the opacity of sample by means of photoelectric cell used with a measuring cell. So they will measure the measuring tube will measure the opacity of sample by means of photoelectric cell. To exclude the variables in lamps, a single unit is used with beams directed around the tube by mirrors. To exclude the variables, to kick out the variables in a lamp, single unit is used with beams to direct down the tube by mirrors. Okay. Working. The arrangement of oil mist detector consists of two tubes of the same size. One is reference tube and other one is measuring tube. Okay, in the figure we have seen that in arrangement of oil mist detector consists of two tubes. One is reference tube and other is measuring tube. Both of these tubes are placed parallel to each other. Yes, these tubes are placed parallel to each other. At one end of tube, there will be photoelectric cell is fixed. Yes, in each end of in each tube there will be one end of photoelectric cell. And this photoelectric cell will generate electric current. They will generate electric current when light falls on the surface. Yes. Okay. There are two tubes are the reference tubes and measuring tube. and reference tube both are placed parallel. In each tube there will be photoelectric cell fixed at one end, and this photoelectric cell will generate electric current when light falls on the surface. The amount of electric current generator is directly proportional to intensity of light. Here the amount of electric current generator will be proportional to intensity of light. The other end of tube are sealed by fitting lenses and that allow light to pass through them. The other end will be sealed by the fitting lenses, allow light to pass through them. Okay. The equal intensity of light is reflected on photoelectric cell. Using the lamp, light passes through the lens. Means so that equal intensity of light will be reflected on the photoelectric cell using a lamp fitted on through the lenses after being reflected by the mirror. One tube has inlet and outlet connection for introducing of oil mist. Here there will be one tube which has inlet and outlet connection for introduction of oil mist. Okay. Here means due to inside of the tube reference tube and measuring tube, the equal intensity of light is reflected to the photoelectric cells using a lamp, and this light passes through the lenses after being reflected by the lamp. So okay, after being reflected by the lamp, the light will pass through lenses, and one of the tube has inlet and outlet connection for the introducing oil mist. That means that reference tube and this one of the tube will have inlet and outlet connection for introducing the oil mist. Okay, the measuring tube that has a connection for oil mist, they will be having a connection for oil mist because they will measure, which is extracted from the crankcase with the help of electric extraction fan. Because the measuring tube they will be have a connection from the oil mist which will extract from the crankcase with the help of electric extractor fan. Then samples of each cylinder are monitored by using rotating selector valve. Because from each unit rotating step by step we will be monitoring by using a rotating cylinder valve, and which connect each cylinder in sequence to oil mist detector. They will in a sequence manner, they will connect to each cylinder in a sequence manner. If the concentration of oil mist is measuring tube in rises, the intensity of light reaching the photoelectric cell will also reduce. If the oil mist concentration is increasing, the intensity of light also reduces. Means that means oil density increases, then the light intensity will be reduced. Now both tubes are electrically connected. Reduction in generation of electric current will induce electric imbalance between the two cells, which will lead to ringing alarm. Now if there is an electric in the reference tube, there will be the light will glow in a manner but very brightly. In the measuring tube, due to the thick oil, the density is very high, so that intensity of light will be reduced. Due to this, both tubes are electrically connected like I mentioned, so there will be reduction in generation of electric charge current. So in the measuring tube, the intensity of light will be less, so the generation current will be also less, so there will be an electrical imbalance will be there. This will induce an imbalance between the two cells, and which will lead to ringing and alarm. This is what working of an oil mist detector and all. Thank you.